Do you smell it in the air? It's football, leather, and sweat and green grass. Do you hear the sounds? It's helmets cracking, and it's fans in the stands. Do you see it? There's players dancing in the end zone, and coaches are dancing in the locker room. Come on, y'all, let's get ready for some football. Welcome to the August 11th Father, Son, and Holy Sport weekly podcast. I'm G-Man from Columbus, Ohio, in the Midwest. That's my man T-Money out there in 49er country, San Francisco. What's up, T?
Oh man, what's going on, G? I'm just getting psyched for football. It's exciting. Not only NFL and fantasy and all the stuff we got going, it's exciting, and I cannot wait for everything to kick off. No pun intended.
Yeah. That's good. I love it. Hey, we got a jam-packed show for all of our fans out there today. We got the T-Ross Chug and Chant for you. T-Money turning his eye toward the Windy City. What does he have to say? And can you guess what drink he's going to chug this time? And we have the Ross v. Ross battle as usual for you today, where we will debate the best landing spot for the Michael Thomas. And one of the fun segments, we try to stump T-Money in the trivia of the week. T, you ready for the question?
Oh yeah, come on.
See if we can get you. In the last 10 seasons, 8 of the 10 Heisman Trophy winners were quarterbacks. Who were the 2 non-quarterbacks? Easy pick for you, man. I served it up for you because I'm in a good mood because football's here. All right? Hey, all right. We now have a special 15-minute fantasy football show. We're launching it today. Look for it. We'll send it out separately. So all you fantasy managers trying to win your league, we're going to lock you in, man.
Oh, yeah. Cannot wait.
If you like what you're seeing every week, press the like and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Spotify, all the platforms. Look for our name at Father, Son, and Holy Sport.
Yeah, go out and subscribe and keep an eye out for that fantasy football show we got coming. It's going to be a fun one. But like you said, G, we're in Niners country. So let's get to this Ross rundown I got for you here and kick it off with a little QB battle. It seems to be going on here. I mean, Trey Lance is supposedly balling out in practice. Even Kyle Shanahan's saying it. Who's going to be the starter for these guys?
They can't take it, man. It's going to be Garoppolo as the starter. He's going to start, but he better be looking over his shoulder because he makes one mistake or has one injury, it is all over. Trey Lance is a big dude. The guy can run the ball. I'm hearing on the street, man, everybody's impressed. I'm sure you have too, but man, he better be looking over his shoulder.
Oh man, I totally agree. Now I'm going to give Jimmy G the benefit of the doubt here. He is 24-8 as a 49er. And I don't think
he wins games.
He wins games with these guys. He plays the way that Kyle Shanahan wants it to be played. I think the biggest thing with him is he's just never healthy. The one time he has finished the season healthy, they were in the Super Bowl. So I think, like you said, Garoppolo is going to be the guy starting, but man, Trey looks good. This dude is throwing dimes in practice, bombs rolling off, rolling the opposite way, throwing across his body, just dropping it in the bucket, man. He's got a cannon. He's mobile. Jimmy G better keep one eye open when he sleeps because Trey Lance is coming for him.
49ers traded some first-round picks to go get Lance as the number 3 overall. I don't think they're going to wait long. They're going to bring him in and play him. And from a fantasy perspective, you know, looking at the team, I try to bring in the fantasy into these questions and stuff. And I don't really like many of the San Fran running backs or receivers. I mean, they're going to run it first. I think they're going to throw it to Kittle mostly. Trey Lance is probably going to run for some touchdowns. There's going to be some packages where he comes in, even if Garoppolo's there, where he's going to run it in. Yep. I don't know if I like anybody like to really dominate fantasy here on this offensive team.
Well, we'll just have to dive into that when we do our fantasy football show for everyone out there. That'll be fun. But we'll see who starts. You know, we'll move on to a different QB, though, I guess. Everyone was excited at Dak coming back, this explosive offense here. But Dak's injured again. Now he's got a shoulder injury. Are you concerned at all for the Cowboys moving forward, G?
Yeah, I'm concerned because they don't have a backup. Ben DiNucci is not the answer. I think we learned that last year. So let's make a move now before Dak goes down seriously and get somebody in there that can carry the team.
I totally agree. Go get Nick Foles. It's a great backup option. I mean, he's a veteran. He's been around the league. I think he would be perfect as a backup while Dak's recovering. But this is a weird injury. The Cowboys actually had to reach out to the Texas Rangers MLB baseball team. Yes, because Dak has a baseball injury. It's located almost up in his armpit. So it's a very odd injury for a football player to have. I guess it happened when he was throwing in rehab, probably not with the football because of how it happened. So it's a baseball injury, but they told him as long as he doesn't overwork it and lets it heal, now he won't have any problems. The biggest thing is that dude is one of the hardest workers in the league. And so he might overwork this injury before the season even starts. And that could be the detriment of their entire season.
Hey, I love Dak, man. I love him as a quarterback for fantasy. I love him as a quarterback overall. I hope he gets back out there.
Yep, me too. I'm looking forward to seeing him out there. That offense is just not the same without him, man. So we'll see. He's a hell of a worker. So I'm excited.
Shout out to the Cowboy Kid, man. Watch out, Cowboy Kid.
But let's move on to another running back here. You know, Saquon Barkley was one of the brightest young stars coming out of college, had an amazing rookie year, and then he gets injured. Offensive line hasn't been great. The people around him haven't been great, but that kid's a stud. Do you think he's going to have a bounce back year, comeback player of the year potentially type season, G?
Yeah, he's going to come back, and G-Man's coming back with him. G-Man to the title with Saquon on his back. I'm going to carry Saquon on my back. Saquon, man, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He had 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns in his rookie year, caught 91 passes. He ran for 1,000 the second year, 6 touchdowns and 52 passes, man. This guy is going to bring it. He is going to light it up.
No, I totally agree. I think the first few weeks, they're going to be really, really restricted with him. I think they're just going to be cautious. His offensive line has gotten a little bit better. He definitely has more weapons around him, receiver and tight end wise, to take a little pressure off of him. So I think that's good in the beginning, but I think he's going to come back roaring. That dude's quads are so massive that they're going to be able to hold his knee together, even if that ACL does want to snap. So I think he's going to have a comeback player of the year type season. He's just too good, works too hard. I'm excited to see him come back because the league's better when he's good.
Hey, speaking of quads, you should see my quads doing the duathlon, down at Deer Creek, Ohio. You didn't see G-Man's medal.
Oh, man.
You know?
Like bite the medal, baby. Come on.
There it is, man. Had to use the quads. Run, bike, run. Use a lot of quad, man.
That's
I know
a
how
lot,
Saquon
man.
feels.
He rides a bike that is probably older than me. This thing is from like 1982, and he's wondering why some like grandpas are passing him with like these $15,000 bikes. Man, that thing's insane that it's lasted this long. But way to kill it, G. That's awesome.
Hey, let's go on to another segment, and welcome to the Father, Son, and Holy Sport and the T-Ross Chug and Chant. This is one of our most popular segments. T-Money going to run up to the rooftop. We'll see you in a bit, T. This segment brought to you by Help Me Startup. Help Me Startup. Do you have a startup or a new company idea? Why not get help from the experts at Help Me Startup? Try the easy-to-use startup tools and advice to help you get moving and on your way toward investment and success. Learn more at helpmestartup.co. Okay, let's go up. Team Money's in San Francisco. We're going up to the rooftop. Hope it's a nice day up there. It's time for the T-Ross Chug and Chant.
Hey, what's going on, G-Man? Thanks for sending it up here. This beautiful rooftop. Man, I love that it's football season and so beautiful out here. I got something to pick a bone about. And it's not even a quarterback I like talking about, but I'm going to do this chug and chant here, and then I'm going to give it to you because I got a bone to pick. Woo! All right. Hey, Chicago. Y'all got a problem right now. Matt Nagy thinks he's the smartest person in the freaking room. The GM did a good job and went on and got him Justin Fields. And now he wants to ruin it. Now he wants to think he's the smarter guy and go with Andy Dalton to be safe, when all reports say Justin Fields is killing it, not on the field, but off the field as well, leader in the locker room. You guys are going to make a mistake if you don't start this guy. He's the better talent. He's ready for this. I think that they're trying to outsmart everyone and think they're better than everyone. Eventually Andy Dalton's going to mess up because he's Andy freaking Dalton, okay? I would know. I'm wearing a Bengals shirt, okay? The Red Rocket looks like my cousin with this beard, okay? I got a little red in me, but Justin Fields is better. As much as it pains me to say this out loud, he's better. They felled him. They trade up to get him. Oh, my God. It was a steal of the draft, I think. And, man, you guys are going to mess up and not start this guy this year. It's going to divide your locker room, and that's the first thing that's going to go wrong. And then you're going to lose games because of Andy Dalton. G-Man, tell me you agree with this, that they need to start Fields.
Hey, I got you, Andy Dalton. Good chant. I loved him, man. Andy Dalton got $10 million to come back for this 1 year and mentor Justin Fields. Can you imagine that? Dalton loves that. $10 million for just coming back and coaching him up, you know? He's just going around, sipping some Gatorade. Dalton's in there. Hey, the good news is Dalton's completion percentage last year was 64% and had 14 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. That was by far the best stats he's had in 5 years. But you know what the bad news is? That's 23rd in the NFL. The top guys throw 70%. Justin Fields at OSU in his last year threw 70%. He'd rank in the top 3. Dalton's not the guy, man. Get him out. I agree with you. We know Fields can play.
I know.
I told you in the draft. All those guys passed him up in the draft. I was going crazy.
I know.
How did this guy drop out of the top 10? They all made a big mistake.
That's why I get a free trip to Vegas. You know, I got the insider info on where he was going to go, and you didn't think that he was going to go outside the top 5. I think he should have. Don't get me wrong. I think he should have. But, yeah, I don't know. Andy Dalton signed that contract before they drafted Justin Fields, just so you know. So it's not like he expects to be the starter. He's not there as a glorified backup.
Hey, okay. Hey, man. I can't believe you won a Vegas trip off of this, because Justin should have went early.
He should have.
Man, I can't. And he's going to show it when he starts on that field for the Bears, man. That's going to be great, man. I can't wait. Great chugging champ, man. I see you had a White Claw up there. What kind of White Claw was that?
Oh, man, I think it was a pineapple White Claw there. Yeah.
Pineapple.
We're running out of Bud Light here, so had to go White Claw.
Did all of you fans guess that he'd have a pineapple White Claw? We're gonna start giving out some prizes if you can text us and tell us what T Money's gonna drink, man. We're gonna start making that fun. Inspiring talk, T Money. I loved it, man. I loved your talk. Hey, what do you think about the 49ers situation? Do you look at that kind of similar to this field situation, or you think it's different?
I think it's completely different. Andy Dalton has not been a part of the Bears ever. This is his first year, just like it is Justin Fields. So they're both learning a new system here. And Andy Dalton is not as good as Jimmy G. Jimmy G is 24-8 as a starter. Let's not forget this. You know, Andy Dalton was good with the Bengals, but that was a while ago. And I just think Justin Fields is better than Andy Dalton flatly. Jimmy Garoppolo isn't horrible, and he is successful when he plays. So I think Andy Dalton's worse. Jimmy G just gets injured. So it's a different scenario.
I love your analytics. That's great, man. Hey, we hope you enjoyed the T-Ross Shug and Chant for this week. Now let's move on. Hey, let's go on to the Ross v. Ross. And we're going to talk about the best landing spot for Michael Thomas. T, what do you think of Michael Thomas? Injured riddled in 2020. He was suspended by the team. He supposedly ignored their calls after the season. And now Sean Payton's out there saying that, you know, he's not happy that he didn't get the surgery done. And now Thomas is ticked off that they're trying to damage his reputation. So what do you think, man? Is this guy going to be gone or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. So Sean Payton wanted to put it to the Bucs last year and went out and had Michael Thomas playing on the last play of the game. That's when he got injured. He wanted to get surgery, and they told him, we don't want you to. Let's take the, rehab, and then you get surgery in the offseason. Thomas was pissed they made him do that. And then in the offseason, he's like, well, I'm going to keep rehabbing. I don't want to get surgery, and ignored them. So it's kind of been a back and forth snowball. I think this is a bad look for Thomas personally. You got to get surgery. You can't wait until the week before training camp. It does look bad for him, but landing spot wise, I do think it's with the Saints. Honestly, he's their focal point of their offense. There's the reason he gets every single target. There's not a single other person that does, but if it's over and it's mended, I will say the next best spot for him is the Jaguars. No one wants.
I was wondering what you were going to say.
No one wants to go to the Jags. I know, blah, blah, blah. But Urban's from OSU, and so is he. He coached Michael Thomas. He'd be clear wide receiver 1 still, so he'd get a ton of targets from Lawrence, who would be great. They have plenty of cap space, and there's been rumors recently that the Saints were looking to trade for the Jaguars' top cornerback and wanted to potentially get in on that sweepstakes. So it could be a nice flip of assets here, and I think he would be a good fit there.
I'm going to tell you the better fit. That's not a bad choice, but it's not the best choice. And the reason that's not the best choice is looking at both sides of this thing. New Orleans is going to trade him if they get a good deal. But they're going to do it because they could save $1.2 million immediately and $75 million over the next few years. So that's a lot of cash, man. And if this is going to go, they're going to make sure he does not go to the NFC. They won't deal him with the NFC. So it's going to be an AFC team. And where does Thomas want to go? A contender. And that's why he's not going to the Jaguars. They're going to win 6 games. I'll tell you where he's going to go. The Ravens. They've been looking for veteran receivers. Rashad Bateman, Sammy Watkins, they're not going to make it. Marquise Brown not doing real well. Thomas could walk in there and light that place up. They're favored right now. Did you know Baltimore's favored to win that division? I saw that today. They're favored to win the division. They put Thomas on that team, man. They're going to the conference championship.
I could see them making that move. I disagree they won't send him to the NFC. Now, in division, no, he would not get traded. But the Jaguars are so bad, I don't think that the Saints would be worried about trading him there. Like you said, I think it's mainly about the offer. The Ravens would be a great fit, but I don't think he would get targeted like he actually would want to. Jackson barely throws the ball to begin with, and his favorite target is the tight end, not the receiver. And there's a ton of blocking that needs to get done by those receivers. Not sure if that's something Thomas wants to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like them. I guess if I had to pick a second choice, my second choice would be another team that wants to win and are desperate to win and are going to win. And that's the Patriots. They'd be a great spot there. Yeah, they paid a lot of money, brought a lot of people in, but they still don't have a Michael Thomas caliber, and that guy would send them over the top. Mac Jones to Michael Thomas, watch out.
I like the move, but I'm looking around here, and I didn't realize we got 2 choices. Is that what we get to do now? Is that what we get to do? Is just kind of like, hey, I'm just gonna, best landing spot. Here's my top 40 landing spots.
Hey,
what are we doing
I know
here?
that you've done a couple picks in the past.
I do it to spite you. I know you
do. Hey, man, let's move on to the Woundwise trivia of the week. We're gonna see what you know, T-Money. In the last 10 seasons, we're going down to college football. 8 of the 10 Heisman Trophy winners were quarterbacks. Who were the other 2 non-quarterbacks?
Yeah, they're both from Alabama, and so are the last 3 non-quarterbacks. Actually, are all from Alabama. We have Mark Ingram, who's outside the 10-year mark, but then it's Derrick Henry, and then it is Devonta Smith. And don't you forget it, T-Money's on this already.
That's good.
Come on.
The man is crazy. Hey, that's great.
Thank you for the layup.
I thought it was an easy one for you. I'm just feeling good because football's starting.
I know. Thank you.
And I'm all psyched up. We got our fantasy draft next week. I'm all psyched up, man.
That's exciting. Yeah, I know. I thank you for that. That's why I went the extra mile and told you the next one as well.
Hey, great pick. And hey, how about odds to win this year? We got Spencer Rattler as plus 800. You bet 100, you win 800.
I think he's
Spencer
the clear
Rattler.
favorite.
You got Clemson's quarterback. Watch out for DJ Ugalele.
Something like that. It is like that.
Watch out for Ugalele. I'm telling you, man, this guy's legit. 1,100 to 1. Bryce Young from Alabama. The three quarterbacks, Oklahoma, Clemson, Alabama, are
Sounds
ranked
about
in the
right.
top three odds to win the Heisman this year. But guess what, man? Guess what Devontae Smith was ranked preseason last year?
I don't think he was. Probably like plus 35,000 or something.
Yeah, 50,000
Yeah, there you
to
go.
1.
See,
50,000, 50 to 1.
That's crazy. So yeah, I think Rattler's the clear favorite here. He's the best returning quarterback by a mile. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see who kind of pulls away. Sleeper Desmond Ritter from my Bearcats. Watch out. That guy's going to be elite. I think he's going to be a first or second round pick next year. Watch out. Bearcats. You're about to be top 10 team. Here we come.
All right. I like your Bearcats. I like your Bearcats. That's good, man. Hey, I hope y'all love the show, and you know that we love you. And if you love the show, please press like and subscribe. Look for us on all the platforms at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. Thank you to Woonwise IQ for sponsoring our Trivia of the Week, and Help Me Startup for sponsoring the T-Ross Chug and Chat. If you're interested in being a sponsor or a guest on the show, let us know. And next week, we have a guest on the Fantasy Football Show. Check out Tarek Mezion coming in. Get ready. We launched the all-new 15-minute all-fantasy football show to get you ready for your fantasy leagues. Also, check it out, T-Money. Enjoy the preseason games this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I'm loving it. Already got, looking around at what team's going to be best and how bad my Bengals are going to be. It's exciting. So, man, it's going to be so much fun. Love that football's back, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
Peace.